Hello and welcome to Modern Toyfare News, the weekly show that talks about toys. I'm your host Michael, and I am joined once again by my YouTube wife and co-host Jamar_Games. How are you this week, Jamar?
I'm doing great myself, Michael. It's been refreshing. I haven't been here in a while, so I'm really excited to be back.
I honestly was shocked. I figured after a 2-week vacation you'd realize that there was better things out there.
The funny thing is, I always joke about when I'm at work, if I'm off for longer than 3 days, I always decide, like, do I really need to go back? So, like, if being off for 2 weeks,
I'm like, yeah,
what else could I be doing with the time? Nah, I'm joking. I did actually miss it, and I'm happy to be back here.
well, I'm happy to have you back. As much as I enjoy the lovely Bolt Man who joins me on the off weeks. I
He
did
did a
miss
great
him.
job too.
He did.
He's awesome.
When he wasn't accidentally making hands gestures he shouldn't have, he was doing great. Uh, before we get into the thick of it, though, I do want to mention in advance that anything that we talk about that's pre-orderable through Entertainment Earth, there will be links in the description below. Those links do help us here at Modern Toy Fair, so if there's something you want to pre-order, please click on those to go pre-order it. I greatly appreciate you. But if you're new to the show, the way it works is we break down the weekly toy news, and then we go over weekly purchases and send you on your merry way. So let's get right into it the way we do every week with Mcfarlane. Not a lot of meat on the bone this week, but first, Amazon reportedly accidentally sent out a Platinum Edition version instead of the regular Warhammer 40k Adepta Sororitas. So far, this seems to be a one-off. Not many people have reported getting this, but it does confirm a version of the character that at least I don't recall previously being announced, which goes with a couple weeks ago. I think we had the Platinum Edition of Gorilla Grodd, which was kind of out of nowhere. But that is not all for Mcfarlane on the DC Multiverse side of the news. Mcfarlane Toys' Instagram page responded to someone in regards to the Snyder Cut armored Darkseid figure, saying that we could see it sometime in July. However, it's not clear if it will hit shelves in July or just get officially put up for pre-order in July. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, not a lot of meat from Mcfarlane this week. It seems to be like one of their vacation weeks, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big 40k person, so that doesn't really do anything for me, and I'd rather have real news for the dark side than just like, you might know something in July. Like,
Right.
oh god, it just hit me. I'm so stupid. Comic-Con. That's when SDCC was supposed to happen before they moved it. So could that be a shared like Comic-Con exclusive?
Right. I mean, we've normally, I guess I could be wrong. You pulled me into this universe that I didn't even know exists. Not the Snyderverse, but like how the inner workings of like toy collection and all these different things, right? Would we already have seen the figure so early?
Well,
For them to
so
just be
far
like, oh no.
they haven't released
I guess
legitimate
that's
images.
true.
All it's been is those leaked
That's true.
images, and then that one like image of all the figures together.
Yeah.
So they haven't officially put out solicitations.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, I can't believe I didn't put two and two together on that one. Now I'm a little worried because that's the one dark side I want.
That you want. Yeah. I guess that would make sense. That would make sense. It's so weird to me that these are all been like leaked photos, and I feel like it's been officially like
Oh yeah, the only
announced.
things
But I
that were
guess we did
officially
have the
were the
one that
ones
was
that
like
went up
really
for
tiny
pre-order.
and blown up. Yeah, that's true. Huh. So you think then, with it still being like digital event in a sense, it's gonna be harder for you to get, or like how would they do like
I would
you?
assume it's gonna
I'm
be either.
asking you as if you work for McFarlane,
I
but
know, right?
since
Like
you're
that's
so
my
close
side
and we
job.
talk about them every week.
You're breaking kayfabe here. Everyone knows where I work now. If I had to guess, just because a lot of companies have already confirmed that they still intend to do some sort of announcements and stuff in
Yeah.
July when Comic Con normally would be, um, I would guess there's probably still going to be some sort of like at home announcements type thing. Some companies will do like full video presentations. Some will just be like, here's some social media posts.
Right.
I just don't know, like, is this going to be a situation where, because McFarlane doesn't really have their own website that they sell things from per se.
Right.
So would this just end up being like,
Walmart
hey, this is
exclusive?
exclusive to GameStop and it's going to be available and not for pre-order, just show up on con day
Yeah.
with all the Funko Pops and all that other shit that goes up.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't be terrible.
Yes, it
You know,
would.
ideally,
GameStop
but
is terrible. They only get like one of each
no,
of
I
these
mean,
motherfuckers for the cons.
I guess that's fair, true. Without any like pre-order or restock either, that would kind of
Yeah.
be like a bummer. I don't really know any retail space that would be a great drop for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably don't do that.
I mean, at least
uh,
with Target, there's a chance they'll get more than one, and there's a chance that
oh
most
yeah,
Targets
they'll
will
order
get it
more
because all
supply.
Targets have that section for collectibles, regardless if it's well stocked or not.
Yeah,
Walmart, it's a 50-50 shot if a Walmart has a NECA Funko section,
yeah.
and beyond that, like what Barnes and Noble or Books a Million, like there's not very many Hot Topic. Like
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
what
a
I
lot of
mean. I guess there's
options
not
after
really
that.
options. So maybe it's just announced, and maybe it won't be like super exclusive, but just be like another figure.
Yeah, I'm
We'll say that.
hoping. I'm hoping I'm
Yeah, we'll
wrong,
say that.
but it
Because that
hit
would
me.
also be kind of a bummer to do that in the line
Oh
of
yeah.
other things that you're already got pre-ordered and stuff, and you're like, wait, what?
I
But I
mean,
guess
it
that's
can,
just the life.
I can kind of understand it just because spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, it looks like this for like maybe 5 minutes of screen time.
That's true.
The most the like the big part that he's in, he's shirtless. So, which is real weird
Yeah,
because it's not like he's Jason Momoa. He needs to keep his shirt on when he swims. But yeah, I just so it's not like it's a very niche look in the movie. But as a comic book fan, like I don't want fucking weird, gray, wrinkly,
you don't want the
saggy Darkseid. I
yes.
want armored Darkseid.
That's fair. Well, we're gonna have to see. Maybe it'll get released. Maybe someone will order their regular
Oh,
the
just
shirtless
show up from
Darkseid.
Amazon.
It'll just show up on Amazon because apparently that's just what they do. So
Yeah, apparently
we'll
I need to
see.
just pre-order
But
like 6 of them on Amazon and hope for the best.
I'm just gonna say just a quick thing on the Amazon thing. I just wonder if it was for some odd reason that Platinum One was just there in the warehouse
Mm-hmm.
and the employee was just stocking stuff, and they have goals in there like, I don't
Oh
know,
yeah,
grab this one, and they just threw it in there. So
that's 100% my guess because they aren't gonna really know the
yeah,
difference unless they're put in separate places. And the
yeah,
fact that like the last Platinum Edition a couple weeks ago was found in Mexico, so it doesn't seem like these figures have a specific home per
yeah,
se at the moment. But I can't imagine that's gonna be Amazon. If so, that'd be real weird that we're like, oh, Walmart's gold and Amazon's platinum. I'm like, man, we're
yeah.
setting real high bars for these editions,
I
guys.
know. That's just funny. I just like to think that this is a major news show, and like the worker employee are looking at that photo and they're like, oh fuck.
It's like, damn it, now they're gonna take away my bottle.
Damn it, just the wrong. Oh no. All right. I don't know if that gets us a strike on YouTube or not. So
Nah, Jeff
let's
Bezos
move
doesn't
on.
own YouTube. We're good. That's Google. Moving on though, Super 7 announced the new Entertainment Earth exclusive glow in the dark TMNT Ultimates Mutagen Man. Mutagen Man is available for $54.99 on Entertainment Earth, shipping January 2022. They also put up the new Gem and Holograms reaction figures. I know Jamar's excited for this one. They are on Super 7's website. You can get Gem and Pizzazz for $18.99 each. But that's not all. The Toxic Crusader Ultimates Radioactive Red Rage figure has gone up for pre-order as well. This new Red Rage figure not only glows in the dark, but he turns bloody when he's in the sun, which I feel
That's
like that's
cool.
just like fifth degree burn or something, but whatever. The Toxic Crusader is also available on Entertainment Earth for $54.99, shipping in March. And as I mentioned before, those links are in the description below. Please use those to pre-order because it helps us out here at the show. I mean, I like these variants that they're doing with the Ultimates
Yeah.
line. Like it's cool. They're not for me because I'm not a Toxic Crusader fan, so that didn't do anything for me. And two, like the TMNT line, I'm in for like the Turtles and like Rocksteady and Bebop, and that's it. So
Fair.
the
Fair.
side characters aren't gonna get me like NECA sometimes does.
But you did pre-order your gem holographic
Oh,
hologram.
yo,
Is
they're
that
not
what
even
this is?
pre-ordered. You can just order them. They're gonna show up. So I'll have those ready for next
Oh,
week when we're
nice,
recording.
nice. Well, yeah, I mean, same thing with Toxic Crusader. That was always like the toys that I would end up with
Mm-hmm.
somehow. This might sound bad, but I don't know. Everybody collects their own thing, right? But like people would give me like gifts and like, oh, I found like these turtle things and these look like old turtle toys. There's all these Toxic Crusaders stuff, and I'm like, yeah,
I mean,
okay,
in their
cool.
defense, they were kind of the
Cool.
same caliber. Like
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
look
They
like
were
they'd
like
fit in.
they're definitely cool like figures and stuff, so it's cool. But I never really had any attachment to it outside of that. But yeah, this Mutagen Man, oh man, oh man. So Mutagen Man is like probably one of my like favorite of like the old school like Playmate designs.
Mm-hmm.
And to see this like being redone, with Super 7 with the other one, I didn't jump on it just because I don't know, they're expensive. No, I wasn't like 100% sold on like Super 7 as like the line itself. But then obviously now having the turtles and seeing more, I'm kind of like, man, I probably should have got that. But glow in the dark, good excuse.
Yeah,
So
I feel like
maybe
the
I'll
glow
be
in the dark one.
using
If you
that.
if you had to choose between the two, that's the one to go
Oh
with.
yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, you're not wrong at all with that. And I do like some glow in the dark stuff. So
Oh yeah,
that's pretty
I'm
cool.
I'm a sucker for glow in the dark. Like I'm not into these, but the glow in the dark aspects is like, but should I be? And I'm just like, no.
But yeah,
I look around behind me. I'm like, where the fuck would I put it? I don't need it.
I just have a couple like glow in the dark things from their Playmate line that I don't have on the shelf anymore. It used to be so cool. Now that I don't have like the turtle room per se,
Mm-hmm.
which this is kind of like a room, but not all my turtle stuff is out. But I
It's
miss
not as
like
glorious
walking
as the
into the
turtle
room.
room was, though. No.
I miss walking in and seeing like the figures like glowing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a cool thing. So that might be something to be, or maybe I'll, like I said, use that Entertainment Earth pre-order link that is right underneath.
Yeah.
Was that a good job of
That was
selling
yeah. I
that?
like it. I like the
Can you tell
shameless
what
plug.
I
I
do
dig
for a
it.
living? Jeez. No. But yeah, I'm definitely 100% into this. Next year, it's a long time, so well, we'll see.
That seems to be the mo though. I'm more
Oh
shocked
yeah,
that
for
Mutagen Man
Super
is next
7.
year, just because I feel like they did the glow in the dark Baxter Stockman for the con, and that was like instant, like it was ready to ship.
Yeah.
So
But
with
I wonder if
this,
that was because it was the con thing. They're like,
yeah,
we already got these ready,
yeah, it was probably because they planned to be at a convention, so they had to
Yeah.
have them in hand. It's just still kind of shocking because I'm pretty sure he's in Series 3, right?
Is it?
He's or is he? No, I
No,
think actually no. He's
no,
with no.
I was
It's
gonna say it's in the
Muckman
second.
is Muckman is in Series 4 because that's with Donnie. So is
Right.
Mutagen Man already out? Like the
I thought
normal?
Mutagen Man was already out. I could be wrong.
I'm trying
So
to
you could
think who
correct
was
me in the
all in. You know what? That's gonna take a quick 5 seconds. Give me one.
say two. So uh yeah, because I have I don't know the side characters now. I could pull up my pre-order list, but I guess you're already on the case.
Yeah, I'm already in Big
Type
Bad Toy Store
away.
trying to find
We
the
got to get
goods.
the correct information for
Yeah, I
people to
want to
watch the
spread
show.
no
So.
lies, man. We're a show with some standards. Yeah, he was in Series 2. He's already been
Okay,
released. So, yeah, that's even more shocking than that. Like, if he was with
it's not
Series
ready.
3 and those were still, like, not shipped out yet, I could kind of understand it. But the fact that he's with
Yeah.
Series 2 and he's a year
Now,
out is kind of shocking.
just to clarify, because you did say this is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. That
Yes.
means it won't be on any other toy store or anyone else is going to be getting
So,
it.
it's.
Just clarification.
So, clarification, there's a chance because Entertainment Earth also acts as a distributor for certain or certain products. So, for instance, comic book shops can
Right.
sign up to get distribution from Entertainment Earth rather than from Diamond. I don't know what the cost versus like MSRP is. So, if you go to a comic book shop and they get it instead of going to Entertainment Earth, you might pay $5-10 more. That's if they are trying to charge close to retail. Some shops are going to be like, no, we're going to charge double because that's what's going for on eBay or whatever. But same thing with like how Big Bad Toy Store will get the exclusives that like
Yeah.
Premium Bandai does for the Dragon Ball Z figures. Those they have a hefty premium on them. You're paying like $20 more because they're paying the same price as you would if you pre-ordered from Premium Bandai.
So just expect that markup because they got to get their money too.
Yeah, if you want it, for the $54.99, Entertainment Earth is the safe bet because there's no guarantee that a comic book shop is going to order this through them as a distributor, let alone charge that retail value or be able to charge that retail value.
And since it's so far off, I would say I wouldn't hesitate. Obviously, I would click the link below to get the pre-order in, but I would imagine you probably have a little bit of time to get that ready.
Oh yeah, you probably have a little bit of time.
Anyway, so just get that in.
With it being exclusive, I assume they probably have a magic number to hit where they're gonna be like, no, we're cutting it off, but they haven't said if it's a timed exclusive or if it's just a when it's done kind of thing. I will say it's better to be safe than sorry because Entertainment Earth does not charge you in advance. They're just like Big Bad Toy Store. The most you'll get is I think they charge your card like $1 to make sure you're not like gonna bounce in a year when they gonna charge you. But joke's on them. Just because you have $1 now doesn't mean you're gonna have $1 then. So I don't see the logic. But at least you get the $1 back like faster than most other companies. Because when you pre-order from Target, man, they take whatever the full amount is for an entire week once a month until that bitch comes out. So if you have a year to wait, every month you're gonna be down $25 out of the blue with no warning.
Like, hey, just checking. We're taking our money. But yeah, that's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how long it stays up there. If it is something that's going to be like run out pretty quick. Yeah. But moving on, we have pre-orders live for the new amazing Yamaguchi Rebel Tech Black and Gold Iron Spider figure. Much like the red and gold version, he comes with interchangeable hands, posable spider legs, and web effects. Iron Spider is available for $104.99 on Big Bad Toy Store, shipping in August. So the red and gold one was badass, and that one, tugged on my heartstrings just because I love the Civil War storyline. The black and gold though looks kind of sexy. I can't lie.
It is, and I mean it's like a company that just makes amazing like figures. So this looks dope. That pose with them striking, it's that's awesome. That's awesome.
So one thing when I was going through the pictures and deciding which ones to put up, I realized I have part of my mind is like, are these just photoshopped and that's not the real figure? Because the pictures are identical pose-wise to the red and gold version. So either they have someone who is a master poser or someone did some tomfoolery and made that red black.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't be a terrible thing. Conspiracy theories, let's get them going. Why would they do that? No, I'm joking.
I mean, realistically, it doesn't matter because it's the same figure, just a different color. So, like, in every company, I mean, hell, you look at Mezco figures close enough, and you'll see a lot of Photoshop in there. Really poorly done Photoshop. So,
gotta get them butts big, man.
I can't complain too much. I just thought it was weird because I was looking at them like, these are the exact, and I even like pulled them up like, these are the exact fucking poses, like on point with the original version. Like, that's either super impressive or super bullshit.
Now I'm like really looking at it, and the standing pose, it kind of looks like the arms are photoshopped on. I don't know. I'm reading too much into this. It's a badass figure.
It is, and I'm just like, I wish that I had the shelf space, because the amazing Yamaguchi figures are incredible, and especially the Spider-Man ones, just the poses you can get out of them. I'm just like, damn. But then I see the price, and then I look at my shelves and I don't have space. And I'm like, thank God I ain't got space, because that's more than what I'd be paying for some of the Mezco figures. So that hurt my soul.
I just, pour one out for the people who collect these.
Pour one out for their wallets.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
We're going to keep the ball rolling, though. Tamashii Nations is at it again. First, we got pre-orders for a figure we talked about a week or two ago, and that is the Monsterarts 1989 Godzilla. He's available for $94.99 on Entertainment Earth, shipping in October. The link to pre-order that is in the description below. I've already used it to pre-order mine, because boy, am I excited. But that's not all. We also got full solicitations for the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, now confirmed premium Bandai exclusive Tien and Chaozu. These are available for $80 shipping in October on the premium Bandai website. And you do not want to skip these. If you think you're going to want them, just suck it up and pay it now, because Big Bad Toy Store has already listed them for $125. as their markup.
Holy crap.
And usually, once
Holy
those are
crap.
sold out, the markup goes even higher on eBay. So if you think you want a bald man with a third eye and his little manservant child, then I suggest you hop on it.
So, just to talk about the Godzilla, because you pre-ordered it, right?
Oh yeah.
I I thought you were all in on just the NECA ones.
I I,
We're going.
I
We're
was
going
until
under
this
the.
happened. This
I
this
just
is the
remember
moment
when
when
you were
Monster
like,
Arts bent me over.
yeah, you started with the NECAs, and you're like, I'm not going to go down that road. Every time we had like a few like come up throughout the
Mhm.
shows, and you're like, I'm not going down that road, but this one got you.
This is my favorite Godzilla, and the fact that I already knew this day was coming because they did the Biolante redo with
Um,
the special colors, and then they instantly teased a shadowy, like foggy version of this, and I'm like, son of
yeah,
a bitch. So it was just I was on borrowed time at that point.
yeah.
Like I was kind of borderline hoping that the line would just get tanked and they would stop making Godzillas,
At least,
and that didn't happen. So now I'm out $100, and which means now I'm gonna have to try to hunt down a Mecha Godzilla because that's my favorite Godzilla villain. So it's just a fucking shit show, man.
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, and as
So
far
are you? I was gonna, go ahead. I
no,
think you're about to go into it.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming we're gonna say the same thing and talk about Tien Shatsu now. And
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Are you going in because you still have this line, but I don't know like how far in
I
you're going
wasn't
or
gonna
not.
go this deep, but like Chaozu might sell me on it just because it's the first time they've taken a small
Mhm.
character, made them pretty close to scale and fully articulated.
I was noticing that, and I thought maybe it was one of those things where, well, the second picture makes it a little bit clearer, but the first one I thought maybe you just are popping the legs off and putting them on, and they just
Mm,
have like action poses. But that second one
yeah,
actually
you
shows
can
the knee
see
joints and
all
everything.
the
That's surprising.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked. 'Cause he's even tinier than the Dragon Ball like Goku and Krillin as kids, and as Kid Gohan for the Dragon Ball Z like premium Bandai figure.
Hmm.
So the fact that he's that small and that articulated, I'm like, oh man, I kind of feel like I have to get it now,
Yeah.
especially because like my big complaint about Kid Gohan was that he didn't feel like he was in scale because like I had him next to Piccolo and he was like up to Piccolo's ass cheek, and I'm like, Kid Gohan was like up to like Piccolo's like knee at best, maybe
Right.
thigh depending on the season we're in. And the fact that he was like that tall, and that made him like up to fucking Goku's like belly button, which was even more of a problem.
Right.
But they clearly are capable of doing this, and I'm like, shit.
Gotta support it.
Am I gonna go this deep? Am I about to get a character I give two shits about?
I was gonna say you're in mutagen territory, but
I
you
am.
said you don't give two shits. Oh, I do. I like the character,
Yeah.
but yeah, go ahead. Well, I don't know if I really like the character, just the design, but whatever.
The only problem is if I get this, then that means I'm in for Yamcha when they re-release him,
Right, you
and
can't
then I'm
stop
gonna
now.
have to either get Trunks or like I'm gonna have to get the entire lineup from the old American like entrance like or opening like theme where at the end they're standing there and Goku goes Super Saiyan and all that shit, and I'm just like, fuck me.
Yeah, that's why I have so much interest in like just these lines. Like we've talked before, but I'm just like I can't take on
Oh yeah,
all of that, and you'll know why later. So
yeah, it's a task in itself.
right, right. It's still awesome though. I love every time these pop up on the news story just to see like more come out. So
Just so you can hear my
I'll
wallet
get to Marvel.
crying in the background.
Right. I just get to Marvel from afar.
Speaking of Marvel, great segue. Moving on to Hasbro. They announced a new Marvel Legends Falcon and the Winter Soldier Baron Zemo. No Pooters just yet, but he is expected to drop in spring. And then we also got a look at the new G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie figures. We are getting Snake Eyes version 2, Storm Shadow, Baroness, Night Creepers, Red Ninjas, Scarlet, along with a third Snake Eyes that comes with the stealth cycle. No pre-orders or dates or anything like that yet. It's literally just that blurry picture that you see. Um, so I'm going straight for Zemo on this one just because, I
Oh, we
mean,
have to. We have to. I mean,
after the
much
reveal,
respect to the to GI, but like, yeah.
like normally I would have been like spoiler warning, but they showed him in the mask in the trailer. So if you watch the trailer, it doesn't matter if you watch the show or not. You know he puts the mask on in this. And oh man, after last week's episode, I'm like, damn, do I need a Zemo? I'm usually not a Legends guy, but I'm just like, I know Mezco's never gonna do it. So
right, man, I think just because of the small fame that like this character has like gotten over the past, I don't know, however long. Well, it's been a week now because we got the next episode coming up. If you're watching it, it's out now. Disney just released like the hour cut of him dancing. Like it's just like they're leading heavy into this, and it's just like the wackiness of it alone. I mean, the character's cool in itself, but now it's kind of like a cool moment behind it as well. That makes me want it.
Disney jumped on that meme train. They're like, "Oh, you like that? Yeah. Then here's more of it. Bring us your money."
About 5 minutes in, I was like, "Do we need this?" But I was 5 minutes in, so I just closed it out. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm in on this, and then it makes me also like, all right, I guess if I get this, I'm gonna have to grab some more.
You'll at least grab Sam and Bucky when they come out, because we gotta be getting. I mean, there was already some leaked images, but they haven't necessarily been confirmed or not. So I didn't want to go there, but there have been some leaked images that we are getting an updated Falcon, which was assumed anyway, and an updated Bucky. And the main reason I didn't want to do it for Falcon is because it is very spoiler heavy, and I don't want to get in that territory until they officially announce it, and then it's like, all right, my hands are clean. If this, rather than that ended up not being real, and I just shat on everyone's hopes and dreams.
That's fair.
As far as the G.I. Joe stuff goes, I'm more confused by these just because you have this incredible line that no one can buy because it's usually exclusive to Target and they don't stock their toys well. Why are you doing this secondary line? Like, it almost, like, granted, the price point I believe is $9.99 for the regular figures, so it seems like it's a scaled down, like maybe a kids version. I don't know about you, but I don't see kids being like, yeah, G.I. Joes. Like, that seems very much like this line is solely for the older generation, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it references a movie, and I mean, I know I don't follow a lot of movie news, but is there a new G.I. kids movie coming out?
Not kids. It's supposed to be like they're trying still to do a good live action like G.I. Joe franchise. Oh, and they're starting with Snake Eyes this time around. At least assuming, I don't think it's supposed to be connected to the old movies. I think they're supposed to be starting fresh. But there is a Snake Eyes movie.
I would hope so.
And it is going to be like full on like MCU style like level of live action, like trying to make it into something. I guess Transformers would be a better example because, let's face it, it's not going to hit MCU levels.
Well, you don't know. Well, then that makes sense, though. That makes sense to have one line. No line. It's merchandise. You know.
I mean, if nothing else, this will give the G.I. Joe collectors something they can actually obtain, because let's face it, at the $10 rate, it's probably a kid's toy and it's going to be well stocked, unlike anything that any of us collect.
Makes sense. It hurts.
It's gonna hurt more here in a bit, kids. Just strap it and wait.
Oh God, I just thought about it.
Yeah, you just hit you, didn't you? Let's move on so we can get there faster. So, Beast Kingdom announced the new Dark Knight Returns Dynamic Action Heroes Batman. He stands at 8 inches tall, includes interchangeable faceplates, interchangeable hands, swappable head with light up eyes, and a display stand. He is available for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store for $87.99, shipping in November. I'm so torn on this because Dark Knight Returns is my favorite Batman like property of all time. The light up eyes really gets me. I'm just like, 8 inches though. That doesn't fit in anywhere with my stuff.
That's a big boy. Well, he has the statue plate. Like, it definitely is designed to be.
It is supposed to be like more. It's like by itself, like standalone, but doesn't hurt my heart any less that I can't have it next to my other Dark Knight Returns stuff and it being scale.
Yeah. That's fair.
I am tempted though, just because I'm like, okay, I still have my Frank Miller autographed like first print of Dark Knight Returns. I could have him standing next to it with the light up eyes. I'm like, baby. And then I'm looking at that price tag. I'm like, I shouldn't be going, baby.
$87.99, which is not.
It's not
I mean,
bad for a
that's
figure that size
messed up.
and for
Yeah,
lighting up. So I mean, I can't complain. And it's soft goods, so like it's literally Mezco level but bigger and
right.
a light up feature, which Mezco usually charges you like $20 more for. So
Which I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was Mezco at first, and
right, and
like
like I
looking
saw the
at photos.
pictures of this the day it was announced, and I'm like, did Mezco just fucking lay their dick out and be like, we're redoing the Dark Knight Returns figure because it didn't age well. And
Yeah,
then I was like, okay, no, it's not. It's Beast Kingdom. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, wait, how big is it? What's the price? And I started looking. I'm like, oh man, 8 inches. Like that's 2 inches too big, man.
gonna be an adult. Okay, I'm just gonna be an adult and not comment on that. Yeah.
I mean, I threw
So,
them over a home plate for you, and you didn't take it.
but yeah, I see where you're going with that, and I think that's something that needs to be done.
Yeah,
I'm
I,
sorry
I have a
for
feeling that you're right. That I'm gonna
spending your
end up
money.
pre-ordering it,
But,
and it's something that I'm gonna need just because, like, you can never see it because my big head's in the way. But there is a big shrine to Batman behind me that has my Kevin Conroy autograph and my Frank Miller autograph, and then my Dark Knight Returns Batman figures and my Hush Batman. So like,
big old Batman, get that guy out of there and
oh
put
no,
the
we
slightly.
this would not replace the Kevin Conroy autographed Mondo animated series
Oh, that's what
Batman.
that is.
Yeah, that's my
Okay,
Mondo one that I
that's
got the
fair.
base autographed by Kevin Conroy, so that's not moving.
That's fair.
Um,
That's fair.
but he could, stand there and maybe Vanna White the Frank Miller autograph.
That's
Well,
fair. I think
now
that
I've
should
sold
continue
it.
to be.
I have to get it now because I have to literally put his hands up so he's like this in front of the autograph with his light up eyes.
With the light up eyes.
I'm
That's
spending
perfect.
eighty
Get you a nice
dollars.
good frame at Michael's for that thing.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, it's good. It's
I
it's
don't know
getting
if you guys have Michael's
expensive.
in Arizona.
We do. It's
Oh,
getting an
okay.
expensive venture if I'm going to Michael's for frames.
I'll get you a 50% off coupon.
Oh,
Man. I
thanks.
got you.
Shit. Closing out the news though, we did mention Mezco, and they're definitely here this week. They swerved everybody though with a tease that everyone expected was going to be the 112 Classic Superman that they recently announced. But
Mhm.
instead, it was just pre-orders for their new 5 points Superman, the Mechanical Monsters 1941 Deluxe Boxed Set. This set includes Superman, Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and a giant fire-shooting robot with a quick change phone booth and multi-level cardboard diorama you can make out of the box. And this set is $79.99 on Entertainment Earth, shipping in October. The link is also in the description below. Um, Not gonna lie, when they posted a teaser on their Instagram and their Twitter, and it was a bird and a plane and people looking up, and we're like, holy shit, they just gave us pre-orders for the new Wolverine. Are they really about to give us pre-orders for Superman as well? And then it was
Yeah.
this, and I'm like, save me money. Like
I
it
just saw it and like,
I mean there is a group of people who like the 5 points figures. Good for you.
yeah,
It's nice because they're small, so if you don't have a lot of space to display your
right.
stuff, it's something that you can kind of take a small shelf in the corner, fill it up with those, and you've got a huge collection and you're happy. And there's also a huge following for that old school like first appearance
That's
style
what I figured.
Superman.
Yeah,
So like I feel like this is a cool set. It's just it's not the scale or the
not calling.
articulation that I'm gonna buy, unfortunately.
Right.
Like I briefly am like, man, that's really cool. I do have a friend who loves the old school like silver and golden age like appearance stuff. He's
Mhm.
getting this, and I'm like, this was made for him. This is someone who
Right.
loves
Right.
this version of the property. This is 100% made with love for them. I'm still sad that it wasn't the classic Superman though.
I mean, we don't have to go deep into it, but I do feel like it was a little bit of a troll. If
Oh yeah.
you kind of would imagine people were like, "Oh shit, it's happening."
Oh,
They're like,
they knew what they
"Here
were
you go, guys."
doing.
Right.
They knew what they were doing. This wasn't mistaken. This was
Right.
100%. They're like, okay, so they figured out the Snyder Cut stuff because we put the rocket ship and the lightning bolt and the bat, and they're like, it's clearly the Zack Snyder Batman, Superman, and Flash,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, so they think they figured that out. Let's give them this one. And they'll really be
So you
feeling trolled
follow our
afterwards.
clue. Right. But yeah,
Knock them
overall,
fans
it's
down.
cool. It's just one of those things that I could see people being a little upset. Not at like the actual figure, but
Yeah,
being a little salty. Like,
a little
man.
salty at the promotion of it.
Yeah.
Because everyone was waiting for 11 o'clock to hit, and they're like, all right, I'm ready for the pre-orders. And then it wasn't it. And they're like, oh, son of a bitch, I got out of bed for this.
I'll order it anyways. Not me,
Probably.
but just the, what people would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fun stuff though.
But yeah, really cool figure, just not for me. That is it for the news this week, though. Not a whole lot to really talk about, but what it does mean is it's time for Turtle Watch 2021! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Holy shit, he brought a fucking bow staff!
I brought a bow staff. I would not be discredited on this show anymore. No. Actually,
oh boy.
Where we go? Here we go. I don't know if that picks up on there or not.
Oh, okay, that's 10 times cooler now.
It's actionable right there. But yeah, I forgot to get it ready, and you're like, oh crap, it's Turtle Touch. I gotta grab the bow staff.
I was not prepared for that at all.
No, I figured it through a curveball. Off 2 weeks, got to do something new.
Yeah, I
After
mean,
that,
next 2 weeks I'm gonna get like
old me.
Go back to the old ways. So first up, we got a behind-the-scenes look at the prototype for the new NECA TMNT movie April O'Neil figure, followed by in-hand looks at the NECA Stern Pinball TMNT box set, which has started hitting stores, which includes a Krang beanie, Rocksteady and Bebop keychain, pizza magnet, t-shirt, and a metallic Toon Shredder figure. But that is not all. And I'm gonna tell you right now, hit the pause button, take some real deep breaths, because what's coming next, your anxiety's gonna shoot up. You're gonna start having some real bad thoughts, and that is because the Turtles in Disguise 4-pack has started hitting Target shelves. It has hit in Texas, New Mexico, and California. It is currently being reported that Targets are only getting 2 per store. However, Randy does claim these are shipping in 3 waves. However, he did not clarify a timeline, as in if this is 3 waves over the course of a few weeks, 3 waves in the course of a few months, like, because past restocks usually are a couple months later. They've never been like instant, so we're gonna kind of have to wait and see how this plays out. Personally, if you're shipping them out in 3 waves, I don't understand why you wouldn't just ship 6 to each store. At this point, if Target is really that much of a pansy-ass bitch, they're like, ooh, we're afraid of the price point. It's literally double what you're already charging for a 2-pack, and you can't even keep those on the shelves. So maybe nut up and fucking put some shit on your shelves.
It's fair. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I'm ready for disappointment season. I feel like we go through this. We do go through this all the time, and it's just amazing to watch on the show. But we go from our stages of grief with the NECA figures, and it starts out with anxiety, turns into anger, maybe a little bit anger / fear, then it goes into happiness once we get it, and then we go back to kindness because we're like, I'm so sorry, Randy.
We're like, you did so great. Everything was so well stocked and so easy to get. And then fucking starts all over again with the next release. We're like, shit, it's hitting. Fuck, my Target doesn't have it yet.
NECA.
God damn it, it still doesn't have it after a week, and it's already hit in every other state. Fuck Target, fuck NECA. And then we find it, we're like, oh, thank baby Jesus, look what I found. And then it's like, oh man, there was like 8 of them. I can't believe it. They did such a great job. And it's just
yeah, no, it's definitely in the anxiety stage right now. I'm not really looking forward to the check Target every day, but you got to do what you got to do because I don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
to pay eBay prices. Is really the main
Oh
thing.
yeah. I mean,
Unless we get another stimmy, I don't know if that's on the table.
I don't
But
think that's on the table anytime soon.
we need the NECA stimmy.
At this
Come on,
point,
government.
the IRS can't even get people's tax refunds out to them, so I can't imagine a third or a fourth stimulus check. I will say I've been going to Target every day since these popped up, and
Uh,
normally I'm pretty confident just because my Target I have there's not been a single release that I haven't been able to find that I wanted or that
mhm.
you've wanted that I've been able to find.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that I went, and the employee, surprisingly, not normal Target guy. I don't know. I've seen him there, but he
On
hasn't
bad
been in the
terms.
correct section, so I don't know if he got demoted, moved, or what, but I'm not very happy about it. So I've had to explain everything to new people. Um, but essentially, I brought up the first day, and they're like, oh, yeah, some guy came in earlier today looking for it. And I'm like, say what now? Like, this is the
No,
first time I've actually
you're like
been
someone's stepping on my turf.
been informed of competition for these, and with reports that at least the first wave is only 2 per store,
Yeah, that's
some motherfucker
terrifying.
on my turf is interfering with me and the YouTube wife, and they about to get their kneecaps broken in the parking lot.
Now, could this second person be Jake?
No,
Okay, I'm just checking.
because I can tell you this right now, just because it was early enough in the day that he would not have gone that early in the
Been
morning
up.
in order to
Yeah.
try to troll us.
All right.
So there's no way it would have been him. Um, Yeah, because usually
Oh, God.
he usually is like going in there if he's trying to like look to fuck with us or buy it and
Right.
make us think that it's gone kind of thing. As I'm sitting there waiting for them to get back from the back room, so
Right.
I
Oh,
can't imagine
God.
he would have got there at like 8 a.m. and being like, "Hey, you got them turtle figures?"
Right. Uh, yeah. We're starting it. We're starting it. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I'm
and
broken
and, and it's
already, and it hasn't even started yet, and I'm already
yeah.
broken. So
But it was all at once though, because we also got like I want that pinball box because I want
yeah.
that shredders to finish my custom Mezco shredder, and that is a pain in the ass because my Walmarts don't fucking have collectible sections. Neither of them do, and I have to rely on people in Ohio to hopefully find them. Um, and now I've got also this on the plate of trying to
Another
find
level.
2 of these giant ass 4-packs. Like, damn it, NECA. What happened to the kindness last year where you're like, oh, we're trying to release them every other week so that way you aren't, in a fucking shit show panic all the
Well,
time.
we gave them shit about that because they tried, and then
Well,
it didn't happen. It was
well,
so.
let's be clear. We gave them shit because they said it's coming. It's supposed to be arriving on this date. But what they meant is we're shipping it on that date, and it will probably hit some stores on that date. So instead of just
Whenever, yeah.
fucking using their words clearly, they didn't understand
Oh
that
yeah.
everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, if you say it's gonna be arriving on this date, that means all targets are
It's
gonna be
there.
because guess what? Video games have no problem getting release dates hit on time. Funko has
Mhm.
no fucking problem getting things on release dates no time. So
But
why would we assume that a
everything.
company that's been around for 3 fucking decades wouldn't have a problem getting there on time? So like,
Here we go.
you're bringing back. We had gotten over this. You're bringing back all that anger from last summer that
No,
we
I'm
had moved
thinking about.
past.
I'm like, we were so zen.
We were doing so
Oh,
good. We had like a 3 or 4 month stretch where we hadn't really said many negative things about NECA, and now here we are, just like fucking pricks. I hope Randy fucking shits his pants at work.
which he's probably working from home right now.
Yeah, so I
So
mean,
I
that's on
mean,
him though if he shits his
not
pants,
sure.
because that's just laziness, not getting up to go to the bathroom. Um,
He's too busy on Twitter. Uh, so, I mean, I will say, in slightly positive news, I kind of like the April O'Neil sculpt. I keep looking at it. I'm like, do I need this? I do. Am I satisfied? I kind of am. So I can't wait to see like it actually like painted and
mhm.
look everything. So I might have one win.
Yeah, I mean, she looks really cool. I'll give it that. Like, they did a fantastic job. I just don't need an April O'Neil from the movie. Like, I've already kind of cooled off on the movie figures to begin with.
fair.
So like these side characters and stuff, like I guess April's not really a side character, but she's not the turtles.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna have. I'm trying to get the whole cast. Like,
I mean, you are at this point. You're
I need the cameramans. Like, who directed the movie? I need that figure for that character.
I mean, next thing you know, you're gonna want Sam Rothwell to have a figure that you
Right.
can buy for his like 10 minutes of fucking screen time.
But no, I'm kind of excited for that. But then I'm trying my best to not like freak out about the turtles. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Oh, I already
But
am because I'm
we'll
the
get
one
'em.
who's in the fucking
We'll get
trenches
'em.
every morning,
We'll get
panicking
'em.
because Target guy's not in the section he's supposed to be in. So I,
You're like,
I have to.
What are you doing?
So I have
You
to
need
deal with
talk
these
to
new
the
people.
manager.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
Tell your
camera and be like,
manager.
I need to talk to the manager. This motherfucker needs to be in this section so I can get my fucking turtles.
Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez,
my
Rick.
goodness. I hope you guys buckle up for Turtle Watch 2021.
That's gonna be a
over these
long couple
next
weeks.
Few weeks. Yeah.
It's gonna be an emotional
Oh my
roller
God.
coaster.
Or not. Maybe we just go in and you're like, whoa, hey, they're here. Boom, we're done.
I mean, that's usually how it works. Like,
No, it's not. That's like after
no, for
like,
me,
at
that's
least
usually how it
10
works.
days.
Is like,
Oh, okay.
I
I
go
was gonna say,
in, and usually either the end of the first week they've been out or the next week they're there, and they bring them out to me, and then I'm like, surprise, motherfucker, and you're like, yay, and then I ship it to you, and then we talk about it in the show, and then we kind of get over it and move on with our lives. So like it's all part of the process, I guess. At this point, I feel like we didn't freak out this much over Krang and the
Yeah, I mean they weren't that difficult.
yeah, Krang and the
last
Splinter set.
Yeah, the Splinter set.
I mean, you had a
Which
problem because you
I went on eBay, and then guess what? Like 3 or 4 days later, they were just about 6 of them on the shelf. So
that's also your fault though, because I was literally at the store twice and was like, do you want them or not? Because you had literally messaged me that morning saying, I think I fucked up after you watched my review of Splinter and Baxter.
that's true.
And I'm
That's
like,
very true.
there's 6 of them here. Do you want it? And then you're like, no. And then the next morning I get a text, I kind of want it. And I go back and they're all gone. Like, it's like the universe was punishing you for not shitting or getting off the pod.
I've learned from that. Now I just put it on the card. If I want it, I'll keep it. If not, it goes back. No more flip-flopping.
Yeah, you just get it, and if you don't want it, just fucking sell it or return it.
Right.
That is it for Panic Watch 2021.
There we go.
It's time to move on to weekly purchases. I've got a handful. I don't know if you. I think you have a couple. Do you want to go first, or do you want to go last?
I'll go first because you said you got something really fun. So
it's not. I mean, it's not like it's fun in like a haha jokes on me kind of way. Not really.
Well, I'll go first
fun.
because I'm really excited. I really am excited for what I do have. So first thing that I have, it's in that Toonie Terrors line still, and we just kind of walked by at Target, and of course I got the Ghostface, and I saw this on the shelf, and I feel like I haven't seen it in a while. I'm pretty sure I have, but just that day it spoke to me, and I was like, I gotta get it. So I got Beetlejuice.
Oh, nice.
My camera's too bright for that or not. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna leave them in a box. I decided I'm gonna leave those guys in the box and just, go from there. So another thing that I have this is all that really matters, and this is probably one of my favorite purchases outside of probably the Disguised Turtles this year. This will probably be one of my top favorite purchases, hands down. So there's this anime by the name of Demon Slayer. It's absolutely amazing. It's really wonderful. There's the main character is Tanjiro, god darn it, Tanjiro. And I got, of course, the Nintendo of him. And again, please show up. There we go. So fucking badass. He's got the water effect on his sword. It comes with another one, so you can do like his little cartwheel thing that I can't think of the level or whatever he calls it. But it's so cool. It was like initially on sale. They kept doing re-releases, and the re-releases happened, and then a lot of the eBay prices started to drop down. And so for the price it was for me to order it on eBay with free shipping, it was the same for me to get it from Good Smile with the shipping. So I took the plunge, got it. So technically it's not a re-release, but I don't give a shit. I'm so happy. Zenitsu is next. And then uh, my wife will. I'll stop begging my wife for Nintendos.
Oh
I say
God.
this, I make it seem like she's like, no, but
She's just
I
wagging her
just,
finger at you like, how
I'm
dare
just
you?
more. It's just more embarrassing. I think I feel like bringing them up. I'm like, so, and then there's a couple more that I have some other things that are coming on the next couple days. So that'll be on like next week. I'll show those guys off. But they had a really cool sale, and I thought it was awesome because I never saw this name before or saw this phrase. But it was hashtag treat your shelf.
I like that.
That's amazing,
Shit,
just
that's
off of
good.
that alone. So yeah, I picked up a couple things, and I told you a story about one of the things that I bought. So I'll tell that story next week once it shows up.
I'm excited. But yeah, I
But yeah,
I
that's
can't
my
imagine KGB being like, no, you can't have your toy. But I can't imagine you
but
just shamefully being like, hey, so there's this really super cute weeby action figure I want that doesn't look like
she
something that
knows
belongs on
they're
my shelf.
adorable. She knows they're adorable. They're like adorable, badass, articulated pop figures.
I mean,
You
you're
know what I
not
mean?
wrong. I mean, they've
I
got that
love them.
chibi, like, big head little body.
I love it. But yeah, so that was my purchase. If I don't buy anything else this year outside of the Disguised Turtles, I'll be happy with what I got. I
All
want,
right. Well,
I want more.
so that's not true, but we'll pretend. All right, so I guess it's my turn for show and tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start with some of the more simple things. So last week, I think it was, or the week before, I showed off some Hellboy heads that I was going to get painted. And those I did send down to my guy in Phoenix, and he did paint. So I do have the short horned version and the
So dope.
longhorn version. And then he painted a few other things for me as well. So I finally have finished my Mezco style Hush figure. He painted in the belt for
Ooh.
me. So I was really happy with how well that red and yellow pop for that figure.
Yeah.
And then, please don't fall over. Thank you. And then Mezco did a gray Deadpool for the X-Force, and it was the only version that came with a rolled up version of the mask where he's like almost like blowing a kiss. Well, I had that head and I was gonna paint it myself, but I'm shit at painting, so I sent it to him instead. So now I have the red rolled up mask Deadpool, and of course he's gonna be playing that saxophone.
The saxophone.
Uh,
Where'd that saxophone come from?
that came from a good pal of mine who I am married to on the internet, who sacrificed his from his Turtles tour set. Um, but that is not all I've got this week. So this next one I forgot. Honestly, I didn't know it was coming out. I remember I pre-ordered it, and then it was just kind of one of those things I paid for and forgot about. And that
Oh,
is
these are
the
great.
Star Wars Black Series
Oh yeah.
retro carded Phantom Menace Mace Windu. Some people boohoo over the fact that the lightsaber is not blue like the action figure. I don't care. I just love this card, and I love Mace Windu, so I am keeping that in the package because I'm going to try to start a small display of some of the retro style 6-inch figures as Marvel keeps coming out with more as well. So stay tuned for that. I've got two more things. I'm gonna finish with the interesting story one though. So last week I showed off. I got the green skeleton warrior from the Mortal Kombat figures with Storm Collectibles. Well, this week I got in the bloodied version. Oops, Mace just fell. So, not gonna lie, after getting the bloody version, get Mace off the ground so I don't crush him. Put you over there, buddy. Oh no, Mace is making shit go bad. That's okay. You're going down here now, buddy. We'll just leave it as
Open
is.
me, motherfucker.
That's pretty much what just happened. So after getting the bloody one, I'm like, man, I really want to army build the bloody ones now because they look so much cooler than the regular versions. But I'm like, that means I have to buy a lot of Motaros to make that happen, and I don't know if I can sell that many Motaros to people on the internet to justify that. So my last item, this one is more up your alley. So a few, like roughly a month or so ago, Jake convinced me that there was this figure on Amazon. Oh, the lights are bothering me. Give me a second.
I love that I know exactly where this
Yeah.
is going.
So he convinced me that there were these figures that were low in price on Amazon because they were getting re-releases, so people were trying to get rid of them so they didn't get stuck with them. And stupid me believed him. Uh, Shame on me, not him at that point, because I fell for it. And then the next day, granted, Jamar's in the same chat. He had just happened apparently to have fallen asleep.
I was
Um,
asleep.
Jamar chimes in. He's like, "Oh no, I saw on Reddit that's because they're all knockoffs." And instantly, I regretted everything. But at that point, they had already made a label, so I'm like, well, fuck it. I guess we'll find out in a month when it shows up, according to Amazon. Well, it showed up. So I have this knockoff version of Edward Elric from the Nendoroid figures. It doesn't look bad. Okay. However, the joints are either very stiff or very loose. There's no in between. He didn't even show up with a fucking box. I get a box in the mail, and he was in a fucking Ziploc bag. So I'm just like, if you're gonna try to trick me and claim that this is the real deal on Amazon, you could at least make a fake fucking package for it, like every other knockoff company. But no, came in a fucking Ziploc baggie.
That's awesome.
So, thank God it's Amazon, though, because I have put in for a return request. However, of course, shady Amazon dealer is shady, and the label they sent me for the return just has a bunch of gibberish on it and says postage required. And I'm like,
wait, what?
I ain't paying to send this shit back. So I'm going through the different, avenues you have to, because you have to message the seller and try to resolve it first. And if you can't within 48 hours, then you can reach out to Amazon and they step in like Big Daddy and settle it. So one way or another, I'm getting my money back because, yes, I should have known better, but it doesn't change the fact that they were being shady and pretending like it was a legit one. Because guess what?
Oh, yeah.
If you click on, if you search the Nendoroid figures, half of them, you click on them and it instantly takes you to the cheapest version, which is the knockoffs, rather than take you to the legit versions. Like, I had to search for the legit version of that because I was debating on getting the real version, because now I'm like, I like how it looks. It's just a shitty knockoff. So I almost want to buy the real one. So I had to actually go through and find the real one and add it to my cart and then debate if I want to get it. But yeah, so that's my fun story for weekly purchases.
That makes so much more sense now when you say fun. Yeah. I just a small PSA, because I don't know if everyone's like mildly obsessed like I am, but like in the subreddit there is like, if you have Reddit and you're like interested in it, like into Nindos, definitely go there, because they have like a full breakdown on how you can spot like if it's a real or if it's a fake. In your case, they use the real photos. So like that's
there's nothing you can do on Amazon because they 100% just use stock photos.
If you order something and you get it, the box normally will have square tape instead of the circle that Good Smile uses on all like the packaging. So if you see square tape, then you know something's a little bit fishy. But there's something that they do that I didn't know this. In every like official Nindo that you get, inside there's a neck joint, an extra one that's in there, but it has the stamp on it with a smiley face. So if the neck joints don't have the smiley face, that's pretty much a dead giveaway that it's a knockoff.
Well, these knockoffs are pretty damn good then, because they have the smiley face on the neck joint.
Oh, shit. Damn, that's supposed to be like the big tell. Yeah. So maybe they got on that. We may have to take some close-up photos, though, and compare like the smiley face on it.
Yeah, because it has like smiley faces on all of the joints, which I thought was weird. I'm like, that doesn't seem like that's a real deep cut for a knockoff.
You know what they could be doing? What if they're buying the extra joints from people selling the additional parts?
Yeah,
and selling them?
They're just like capitalizing. They're going to the factory and just like picking them up out of the dumpsters and put them in a bag and throwing them in with all their knockoffs.
I do have to say, like, the last thing on this is I can't kind of am a little bit bummed that it turned out to be complete garbage, because I've found into this new love, and I really don't have anything of Korra, the Avatar, but I thought about seeing if I can find a knockoff version, because the real ones,
like $300,
they're up there. No, I found one that was used and it was damaged for $200, brand new $500.
Ooh,
Yeah,
shit.
so I need a knockoff if I can get one. It might be worth it to
I mean,
get
if you're not gonna touch it, it looks fine. I
Don't
mean,
touch it.
the biggest giveaway for me looking at the Edward was in, if you look at actual pictures people have of it, the white on his jacket is very white and prominent, where this, it almost looks like the white has worn off, like it's very like washed out and like gray looking.
Yeah.
But beyond that, the figure looks fine. So if you just have it on your shelf, you wouldn't tell the difference, to be honest. It's just like trying to get him into poses is a bitch, because either it's like I feel like I'm gonna snap his fucking arm off, or his arm's just like so like there's no in between with the joints on this thing. Like it took me forever just to get him in that fucking simple like clapping hands pose. And the lightning effects don't fucking stay on to save your life, so I'm shocked those didn't fall off 6 times while I was shutting him off. Hold up, future me. Before we go, I want to let everyone know about the giveaway. Once we hit 350 subscribers on YouTube, we will give away first place prize of the NECA Ultimate Metalhead and a second place prize of the extra large NECA Musical Mugen Tour merch box bundle, which includes extra large t-shirt, tote bag, souvenir ticket, backstage pass, and 4 guitar picks. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and make sure to share our giveaway post on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag ModernToyfare100. You cannot share this to your fleet, cannot share it to your story, otherwise it will not be entered because it only lasts 24 hours. So make sure to go do that. Easiest way, go to Twitter, hit retweet, type the hashtag, you're done. It's our pinned tweet, real simple. So make sure to do that, make sure to subscribe, and don't miss out because we're inching closer and closer every day. But that is it for this week's Modern Toy Fair news. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and even on Reddit, because people seem to like our shit more on Reddit than they do everywhere else. So fuck you, Instagram and Twitter. But still go follow us there anyway. Jamar, tell our wonderful fans about your progress with Why Are You a Gamer, and if you're going to pick up the gauntlet that Nate threw down.
Wait, what was I might have missed that.
Oh, 2 weeks ago, Nate threw the gauntlet down saying that, figuratively speaking, is going to come back before Why Are You a Gamer does.
Oh, okay. So I got a couple more days on my little home stint, and I'm gonna have all these uploaded. That's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna get that uploaded, get those videos for the past episodes, because I've been dragging my feet. I'm playing video games all the time, and that's what's happening. So challenge accepted, Nate.
Well, for the record, putting up old episodes is not the same as starting season 2.
Well, I have my intro for that, and I just got to get on the board of getting everyone ready to go and start recording on there. So it will definitely be up here very shortly. But in the meantime, I did just start uploading. I just thought we play video games all the time, so let's have some fun clips on there. I'm going to start throwing those up on there as well. So, yeah. Bear with me on that. But Why Are You a Gamer? Because you're probably like, what is Why Are You a Gamer, right? It's a podcast. It's a one-on-one, I won't say interview style podcast, figuring out why people play video games, because it's an obsession just like collecting. It's an addiction, actually, is what I should say. And it's interesting to find out where people come from and why they play video games. So that's really what it is. But you can find it on podcast services across the globe, just simply searching Why Are You a Gamer. It will be on YouTube, and season 2 will be on YouTube and podcast services before Figuratively Speaking. I guarantee it.
I'm hoping to see. I can't wait. Again, as I say every week, we're taking bets in the comments below. Let us know who you think's winning, Jamar or Nate. Which podcast is coming back first? Nate is handicapped because he's got 2 other people he's got to convince to shoot or get off the pot. You just got to find a guest.
And I have guests. The problem is just when I'm not at work and when I'm not doing baby stuff, and then I'm playing video games and recording this show. So
you're not playing video games with me.
I need to make a decision. Maybe take a night off every once in a while, but that's how I get those fun clips, and I might even just start streaming. So
there you go. So many possibilities here with Why Are You a Gamer. For some reason, though, if you want to hear my lovely voice, you can check me over at the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast, where me, Kevin, and Jason shoot the shit on what's going on in the wrestling world. It is WrestleMania season, so it's actually kind of entertaining at the moment. So check that out and make sure to give us a review and subscribe. You can also support us here at Modern Toy Fair by either A, clicking the link below for tpublic.com, or have all sorts of shirts with our logos on them, or even other things I've worked up in Photoshop, or by clicking any of the links for Entertainment Earth for things you want to pre-order, because again, those help us out as well. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe, but not only that, leave us a comment below with what announcements you're excited for, or if you just want to be like, shame on you for, being mean to Randy about the turtles, or if you want to join in being mean, but not too mean, because we got to keep it, civil. We don't want to make him run away for 6 months again. That was a little too far.
The dark days. The dark days.
Yeah, the dark days of NECA's Twitter. If you enjoy our faces, though, hit the little bell, get notified when our videos go up. You have Modern Toy Fair news on Fridays and Modern Toy Fair reviews on Mondays, and occasionally an extra episode on Wednesdays. If you don't enjoy staring at our beautiful faces, though, we do have an audio-only version of Modern Toy Fair news available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Spotify, and other podcast apps you know and love. So check that out, and we will see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.
Bye.